Guys, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I hope you all are fine. I'm here. I'm Mohammad Faisal. I'm here with my new video that is related to SAP ERP Warehouse Management. It is Warehouse Management Process 2. So today I'm going to do this process case with you. And again, my audience are of two types. One is this are the students that are doing course with me, and the other people who are my subscribers. So I'm going to perform this exercise for you guys. But before going to perform this exercise, what I want to show you, I want to show you the scenario, in which scenario we are going to perform this exercise. What actually the scenario is. The scenario says, due to increase in sales output in your distribution center, the management has decided to install a warehouse management system there. These adjustment has just been completed. Now the new system needs to be tested for this purpose. Finished goods shall be requested from your manufacturing facility and put in a stock in your distribution center using the new warehouse management system. So this is the scenario. And how this process works. In order to receive goods from the plant, you need to create a stock transport order. Then you will send goods from the plants to the distribution center as soon as you transfer order for received goods. Due to this order, the warehouse management will put the goods into stock. In order, you will check if in the end you will check if the goods were sorted into correct storage bins. So this is how this whole process works. Remember, in our previous exercise related to warehouse management, what actually was happening? It was creating purchase order and all this. It means that warehouse management was between the vendor and the manufacturer. Now this is actually internal movement. Internal movement means movement within the units of a company, like the distribution center and the manufacturing plant. So that this is another process of warehouse management, in which the movement of goods will happen from one unit of a company to another unit. This is the difference between this exercise and the previous exercise. Now let's move to uh, our SAP screen. So the first step, and again, if I show you this, the steps that are mentioned in different color, especially the red one, these are the steps where the document will be created, and rest of the steps are just checking what is the impact or what is the effect of the activity that has happened in the red color. And the last one, it is in different color. Why? Because it will not generate any number, but it actually validate the document that has been created at the system. Okay, so let's move to the SAP ERP. So first thing that we have to do, display material inventory. So in this, what the path we are going to follow: logistics, materials management, inventory management, environment, stock, and stock overview. Now here what they are asking us, in the stock overview screen, enter DXTR1. DXTR1. Again, capital, small, doesn't matter. And then this. So wherever you will see this triple hash, you will replace it with your GBI number. So I will replace it with my GBI number. And then they are saying execute. Execute. So once you execute, you will receive this type of screen. And it is actually showing you that there are the quantities available. Unrestricted use means these can be used for the purposes. So it is showing you right now what is the stock level at different part of your storage locations. I'm going out from this transaction. Now what we have to do, we have to create a stock transport order. See, In our previous exercise, we were creating a purchase order. Why? Because we were placing that order to someone outside the company. Now here we are creating a stock transport order. It means the material will transfer from one location of your company to another location. This is the difference. So what is the path? Logistics, materials management. So I'm going to close this. Logistics, materials management. Under materials management, there is purchasing. Under purchasing, there is a purchase order. Under purchase order, then there is a create. And under create, there is a vendor supply plant known. Vendor supply plant known. Now, what you can see here, you have to enter US00 as purchase organization. Purchase group is again N00. Again, capital small doesn't matter, but this is N00, not NOO. And then the purchasing group is the company code is over here US00 again. Now, what thing you have to enter here? You have to enter DL00 as supply plant. So where you have to put that DL00 in supply plant? Let me just check. And then you have to enter the material as well. So here, so let's put the material. What is the material? TXTR1, and it is like this. What we will do, we will replace it, and I will put my GBI number, you will put your GBI number, and 10 as the quantity. So we'll put 10 as the quantity, and then SD00 as plant. So here is the plant, that is ST00, and then FG00 as storage location. FG00 is your storage location. 8 days delivery date. So delivery date, where is the delivery date here? So what is today's date? Today's date is 27th of October. So it will be 4th of November. Okay. Then we have to just see here, we have to put this DL00 as supplying here. Supplying plant, you have to enter vendor. So here what you will do, main thing that you have to change here, instead of standard PO, you will select transport order, stock transport order. So once you select this stock transport order, what will happen? You will find this supplying plant. So in this supplying plant, you will put the value DL00. So this is the thing that you have to make sure. And rest of the data already I have entered. You can see rest of the data is already entered. Now what left? Let me check. Nothing left. So what is required? We are going to save this. So you can see 4, 5, and then several zeros, and this is my stock transport order generated. 4, 5, I think 5 zeros, 691. This is stock transport order. So the first document that has been generated. Now what we have to do, I'll go back from here. Now what we are going to do, we are going to perform other steps like display material inventory and then display material inventory value. So let's go to display material inventory. Again, the same steps that they are mentioning in the inventory management, you have to go to environment, stock and stock overview. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this under the logistics, under the material management. I'm going to close this purchasing, and there is inventory management, and in inventory management there is environment, and under environment stock and stock overview. On this stock overview, again they are asking you to check with this, it's coming automatically, and you execute it, and then you can see the list here. Now these are the, what you can see, the last two entries has been added. So this actually the transaction that we have performed in the previous step, and you can see this activity has happened here. Okay, so we'll go out from here, and now instead of performing this step, I'll go directly to this step because these are just displaying, so you can perform these activities by yourself. So creates goods issue when you are going to perform this activity. Let's move to creates goods issue. Again, the path is again logistics management, logistics, materials management, inventory management, and then goods movement. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this so that you should not be confused. Goods movement, and under goods movement, there is another goods movement. Now in this screen, what you have to material document drop down to goods issue and adjust the type of goods issue to purchase order. So what you have to do, again, on the goods movement screen, what you are going to do, you are going to change it. Goods movement screen, change the material document drop down. So into goods issue. So here you will, instead of goods receipt, you will make it goods issue, and here you will click purchase order. Why? Because the transaction is different now. It is not from outside, this is from inside. And then after the purchase order, over here you will select your purchase order. So my purchase order is 4550 and then 691. 691 or 681? Let me check. 691. And then they are saying, okay, once you enter this, when your order comes up, select okay, and then press enter once you do this. See, now it is there. Now what they are saying, when your order comes up, select okay, and then put finished goods. in the storage location, right? So it is FG00. And then you press enter. Now, what is required? Everything is there now. So when you just press save, you will get a material document number. So here for save, it is post. So it is 49 and then 2560. So there are, I think, four zeros. 49 and then 2560. Okay. This is my material document number. So what we did, we create this. Now again, what you can do, you can run this step and see what is the display material inventory. And then we will go for the other option. Display material inventory. Again, the same place you will perform. So I'll go out from here. Again, the same thing. Under the materials management, under inventory management, let me close this. Under the inventory management, you have to go to environment, and under environment, again stock and stock overview. Again, this material is coming. So if not coming, you will type by yourself, execute. Now you can see here the scenario. This thing previously not there, now it has been there. Okay. So this entry actually shows that some changes has happened, right? Material document number has been created. So let's go out from here. Now I'm going to create goods receipt. So to do that, what path we are going to follow? Logistics, materials management, inventory management, and under inventory management, we have goods movement and goods movement. Goods movement and goods movement. Now under this, what they are saying, select over here they are saying select goods. Okay guys, so what happened here, instead of goods issue, you will select good receipt, because now this is the part where they will receive those items. And in the next, you will change it to purchase order. It is already there. And input your stock transport order number. So my stock transport order number was this one. This one. Four five. I think 50691. Okay. And then press enter. I think this will create problem. So let me just cancel this. This will create problem because that has been selected twice. I'm going to say no to save. Again, I'm going to do this step. Sometime it happens if you try to enter the thing multiple time, it will create a problem. So what have to do? Good receipt, okay, purchase order, and we will select this as a purchase order. Now it is the data is with us. Now what they are saying, you have to press OK here, OK, and then SD00 should be selected as your plant. So where is the plant? It's already selected as D00. 101 should be the movement. 101 is the movement. It is, and then G00 is the storage location that is already selected. Now what is required? You will just save it, and what happen? You will receive the message that your material document number has been posted. Means this is a new document that has been generated. So this is the number, I think 5 zeros, 5, then 6 zeros, 546. This is the number. Okay. Now what you can do, again, the same thing. You will go out from here. You can perform the same activity under the inventory management here, and let me just close this inventory management, and here environment we need environment, and under environment there is a stock and a stock overview. Now when you go there again, when you enter the material here, execute, and you will see some more differences here. See now, all the things that were mentioning over here has been moved, and categorically that amount, that quantity has been added in the respective storage locations. Okay. Now the next step again, it's related to what you can call it the display material inventory value. So you can check it by yourself. And here if you want to, now if you want to check the bin status, so again logistics, now under the logistics it will be logistics execution. I'm going to close this material, logistics, logistics execution, and then internal WHSE processes. This one means warehouse processes, bins and stock, bins and stock, and display, then bin status report. Now here what they are asking you to enter, warehouse number is 100, storage bin STBN, STBN, capital small doesn't matter, star, and then they are saying like this. So what you are going to do, you are going to replace it with your GBI number. I am replacing it with mine, that is 500. And then what they are asking you, just execute. So you can see here in this scenario, such type of thing is coming. Okay. Now what you are going to do, If you can double click on any one of them, you will see what is the situation. Okay, so let's go out from here and do the next step, that is create transport transfer order. Now this transfer will happen from one location to the other. So don't be confused between transport and transfer. The path that we are going to follow is logistics execution, and under the logistics execution we will see inbound process, and under that inbound process we will have, next thing is receipt for purchase order other transaction, this one, then put away. Now again this put away means they are releasing the material. Create transfer order and then for material. Now here you can see again this material coming automatically. If not come, you will type by yourself because you know the material. Now what they are saying, to transfer requirement for material screen, you should see a line item describing the goods just received from your stock transport order. The requirement number should be the same as the stock transport order number, and receive earlier. Make sure that the line item in is selected and click on 2 in the foreground. So what you have to do after selecting this, you press enter and you are here. Now this is the document and this is the open quantity mentioned here. Now what they are asking you, you have to make sure the requirement number should be the same as the stock transport number order. Receive earlier. Make sure that the line item is selected and click on to in foreground. So this is selected, you can see, and then you will click to in foreground. If you are not getting this option here, click here and you will find this one, to in foreground. Now once this screen is open, again this is the same step as we did it in the previous case 1. Now what they are saying, you are getting this item here, and when you press enter here, what happen, changes will be made from here. So what you have to do, you have to press enter here, and you can see the change. Previously it was showing 10, now it becomes 0, and that 10 has been moved to here. And now the destination bin you have to enter here. Now what will be your destination bin? It is given in the exercise, and here you have to put these values also, like you have to put this type. What is the type? It is 002 given in the exercise, and in the section it is 001, it is also given in the exercise. And then in the destination bin you have to put STBN dash 7 dash and then your GBI number. So my GBI number is 500. Okay, that's it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to press save. Over here for save it is posting, and you can see it is 2152. Another document is generated. Now this 2152 is generated, and the next step again is the same. You have to confirm this transfer order. So what I'm going to do, I'm going out from here, and there is only one step difference. Previously what we did, we did this create. Now what is happening after the put away? So let me just close all this. After the put away, there is an option called confirm transfer order. So in that one, single document, and under the single document there is one step. In one step, now here what is required, you will put your PO number. PO number. So see, it is coming automatically. If it will not come, just type here as you create this in the previous system. Warehouse number is 100, and then what you are going to do, you will just press enter. Now you can see this screen, you will find out, and when you press save, nothing left. Here posting will represent the save. You will receive a message, transfer order is confirmed. So that is the end of case number. So I hope you guys understand it, especially my students, because I'm making these videos as extra for you. Although I perform these exercises with you, but these videos will help you that if you want to see before the class or after the class, so it will help you out. And for my subscribers, these videos may be very helpful for you if you want to learn about SAP ERP system. So hope you are liking my videos, and I'm looking forward for your response, your comments, and inshallah now I'm going to leave, and just remember me in your prayers. So I will come with the new exercise. Most probably that will be warehouse management case 3, means the third possibility how warehouse management process will work. So we will do inshallah that exercise in our next video. So till then, bye bye, Allah Hafiz. Take care.